back to Cravings Food Adventures. I'm Karen Ahmed and it's time for another meal prep video. Fall is around the corner and it's time for everyone to go back to work, back to school and get super busy again. I'm going to show you some really easy tips and tricks to get some delicious meals together in no time at all. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload a ton of videos every week, so make sure that you're subscribed so you're the first to see them. Also, ring the bell, that's YouTube's bell icon that will notify you every time I upload a new video. I have 2 whole chickens here and each one is roughly about 2 pounds, that's almost a kilo. This is optional, but I'm going to brine these ahead of the cooking process so they stay nice and juicy. To prepare the brine, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of salt and half a cup of sugar to a liter of warm water. The warm water is going to help dissolve the salt and sugar. Then I'm going to bring the brine to room temperature by leaving it out or sticking it in the fridge. I'm going to divide this in half by pouring it over the chickens. To each container, I'm also going to add another liter each of cold water. I'm also going to throw in some bay leaves and some slices of lemon. I'm going to stick these containers in my refrigerator for about 4 hours to overnight. The brine is going to permeate through the meat through the process of osmosis. Once done, discard the brine and pat the chickens dry. It's important to dry out these chickens as the moisture will cause the chickens to steam and not roast. I'm going to get these into a roasting pan and I'm going to flip this over to dry the skin from the underside as well. I'm going to season this with a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and I'm going to rub this in, flip it over and get this on the other side as well. Feel free to use the lemon slices to squeeze out some lemon juice over the chickens before you discard them. Get this into the oven to roast for about an hour. I'm also going to prepare a sheet pan with some veg to take advantage of the hot oven. I have 10 baby potatoes that I just cut in half, about 8 mushrooms, 2 green peppers and 2 red peppers. Add a few teaspoons of oil, a pinch of salt and a half teaspoon of paprika just to season these. On another sheet pan, I'm going to add half a cauliflower and half a broccoli and I'm going to stick that in the oven as well. I'm going to grab the other half of my broccoli and cauliflower and I'm going to throw this into my food processor. A little blitz and you have instant Broccoflower rice. I'm going to reserve a half cup of this for later. While the chicken and veg cook in the oven, I'm going to slice a half cup of mushrooms, 1 cup of red pepper in julienne strips, and 1 cup of green pepper. I'm also going to use a half cup of spring onion bulbs. In a wok, I'm going to add some oil, let it heat up, and I'm going to get those spring onions in there. I'm going to follow this with the mushrooms and finally the red and green peppers. Add the Broccoflower rice and 3 tablespoons of light soya sauce. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of Sriracha for extra flavor and I'm going to mix it in. Next, I'm going to prepare a nice hearty soup to keep me warm on those cold fall days. Add 1 whole roasted pepper to your blender, followed by 400 ml of coconut milk, and I'm going to blend this together. Get this into a saucepan and bring it to the boil. A little bit of salt to taste. The bird should be nice and golden brown. If you insert a thermometer in the thigh, it should register at 165 Fahrenheit. I'm going to allow this to cool and then I will separate the legs and the thighs. I'm also going to cut the breast out into a nice chunk and reserve the wings as well. I have 2 chunks of breast meat here. I'm just going to slice them, and I'm going to cut some of these into cubes. Whatever meat surrounds the bones can just be shredded. I usually store some of this leftover chicken in the freezer. It's really handy when you're making a stir fry or a soup. Next, I'm going to work on the second chicken. I'm going to add some of these chicken chunks right into the stir fry, and there you have some extra protein. I'm going to slice some of the roasted mushrooms, add the ½ cup of reserved Broccoflower rice, and the sliced mushrooms, and a little bit of salt to taste. And some of that shredded chicken is going to go right into my soup. The 3 main meals are a quarter chicken with roasted potatoes and roasted broccoli and cauliflower, red pepper and coconut chicken soup, Broccoflower rice with sliced chicken breast. But you can literally mix and match these any way you like. Do make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload a ton of videos every week, so make sure that you're subscribed so you're the first to see them. Also, ring the bell, that's YouTube's bell icon that will notify you every time I upload a new video. And be sure to follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, take care. Bye.